Well, hello. Today's question on the art scene is from Mark. And here it goes. I work hard all week. I dream of the weekend coming to draw and paint. And when the weekend arrives, I get all my stuff ready. And my mind can't think of anything. Absolutely nothing. After a few hours, I pack everything away. And Monday arrives and I go back to work. What can I do? A very common problem, a very, very, very common problem. And I would start by kind of suggesting that during the week, you have a notepad. You have even a tiny little thing just to doodle down some little ideas. Because I kind of feel like through the week, you're using your number one brain to do all the clever stuff at work and all the calculations and all the managing of people or whatever you do. And then at the weekend, you're kind of saying, okay, brain two, wake up. And it doesn't happen like that. Things don't happen like that. It's kind of like, putting some sticky tape around your fingers and putting a big mitten on and then keeping it like that for a week. Don't use it, don't move it. And then at the end of the week, you take your glove off, unsticky tape your fingers and then say, right, play the piano. You've got to kind of use that part of your brain as a muscle. You have to keep it moving. And if you, maybe you're going into meetings, maybe you could be sitting there thinking, waiting for everybody to come in. You could just be doodling on the side of your paper. When you're on the bus, maybe you could just have a tiny little notepad and just doodle down some ideas and scribble some drawings and anything just to keep that second brain kind of oiled. Doodling is one of the little exercises. And okay, maybe you're on the bus and you don't want to doodle and do little drawings and everybody's looking at you, but you could write, You could write down some ideas, write down some descriptions of the characters you would like to draw. Describe what you would like to do at the weekend. I would like to paint a picture of a horse with wings and it's fighting a dragon or whatever, and write it in as much detail. And even that will be kind of using your brain, using some kind of grey matter. And that is something I would really strongly recommend, that you have a sketchbook, a notepad, a doodle book, whatever you want to call it. And use it as much as you can. When you're waiting for your bus, kind of just write some things down, scribble some ideas down, just constantly. Because I find I had the same thing. If I'm working on a project and at the end of the day or the end of the week, I think, right, I'm going to do a drawing. And then I sit there, what can I draw? And part of the other thing is that stop giving yourself so much pressure. When the weekend comes, the weekend is fun time, okay? So if you look at a lot of my videos start out with a piece of paper and I go, I don't know what I'm going to draw, and then I just put down some ink or put down a scribble, and it kind of makes me think, oh, that looks like and then I draw from that. And that's a very good exercise also to kind of kickstart that brain, because I find sometimes I put down a little bit of ink, I've made a mess, okay? I don't feel so much pressure to impress anybody. I don't feel any pressure to do something amazing or incredible. And I think sometimes when we sit down, when we only have a few hours, we expect ourselves to come up with some kind of genius painting, something that it's going to be worth £1 million. It doesn't happen like that. Okay? So take a little bit of pressure off yourself. At the weekend, just spend the morning just doodling. Just get some paintbrushes and just paint something. Just paint a person. Paint some people off the TV. Just get a little paint pad and just paint the person that's on the TV. Freeze frame it if you need to, and just kind of paint up that person, or paint up a person from a magazine, or anything, just to kind of get that kind of muscle moving, like an exercise, you know? If you're going to run a marathon, you would do a lot of exercise in preparation for it. And I think that's the same with art. You have to exercise those muscles of creativity, those muscles of imagination. So I would strongly recommend taking a lot of that pressure off yourself and just getting back to the basics of fun, like when you were a child. Have fun with it. Don't do anything serious. Don't do anything planned. Unless you're doing it very, very, very regular, then you will build up this kind of like backpack of muscles, you know. It's like you've been practicing that creativity. Once you use it, you'll find it's there, like you will if you're going for a race. If you don't race regular, you don't exercise regular, those muscles are not going to be there for you to run that race. You'll probably get about 10 steps down 2 minutes down the road and you're going, that's the same with art. So use those mind muscles. Doodling, sketching, taking the pressure off it, having fun. So there's some of the words that I would definitely say. If you've got 10 minutes, you're waiting for your partner to get ready to go out and you're ready, pull up a little piece of paper, start doodling something. You're on the phone talking to somebody, doodle something. You're waiting for a taxi to arrive, do some doodling, okay? So take the pressure off, have some fun, and let me know what happens, okay? Thank you very much for the question. And I will see you all again very soon for another drawing. Thank you very much. Keep the questions coming. Bye-bye.